I'm the man now. Nobody ever gave a handout. For the stretch, talking grams loud. Cut them off, get a hand out. Bro talk, what's that about?
Yo, what's going on, people? You know who it is. It's your boy Tay. We're reporting live and direct from the man cave as usual. For those subscribers out there that is not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that bell. If you're not subscribed to my Twitter page, hit that bird at TAE_WIGGS. And of course, the link to my website is down below. First and foremost, Game 4, Western Conference Finals. Which team will show up and either A, will the Warriors win Game 4 and command the series, or will the Houston Rockets show up, tie this series up, and head back home and try to get some leverage? As this game was going on in the first quarter, as I was watching it last night, I'm looking at how the Houston Rockets came out to this slow and sluggish start. So I'm looking like, oh man, they missed their first 7 shots. At that time, the Golden State Warriors was already 4 from 8. They down 12-0. The only way they had to win this game, they had to dig themselves out that hole and dig deep. And they had to play defense. And you know, normally when the Houston Rockets are down like that, or basically too, when the Golden State Warriors are beating you 12-0, it's a 99% chance that this team was going to win, because once they pick up a lead like that, you know when it rains, it pours. So as the game going through, the Houston Rockets is breaking down easy, just getting they was giving the Warriors easy shots. So I'm looking, okay, I'm looking to see, well, how is this the number 1 team? They said they are the number 6 team in the league in defense efficiency. So I'm looking for, is this team going to make a stop? Can this team make a stop to get back into the game? Because we know what the Warriors are going to do. We know the Warriors are going to stretch the floor. They're going to go to the small ball lineup. They're going to hit threes. They're going to out-rebound you. But for some reason, you know, Mike D'Antoni, people was on TV the other day saying he was giving his team some motivation, say, you know, the pressure's on the Warriors. They got to come beat us in Game 4 because they're at home. Remember, he said this after they got waxed by 41 points. But hey, whatever he said to him, motivated him, it worked. The Rockets delivered. As you going down, breaking the quarters down. As I look at the first quarter, the Rockets got thumped. 28-19. You always hear me say it. You treat your first quarters like your second quarter. Then your second will leave it to your third and fourth. But this whole quarter thing was seesawing back their whole way. As I told you, the Rockets got ambushed 19-28. Then the Houston Rockets came to the party. They woke up and said, you know what? This is the Western Conference Finals. As you go through, the Rockets poured it on them. 34 points in the second quarter. 18 points by the Warriors. One thing I'm going to say about this Warriors team, everything's looked good when they hit these threes and they start shimmying and dancing on the floor, especially Steph Curry. He's a heck of a shooter, but the only reason why he's a heck of a shooter, he has the ultimate green light, people. People, please don't forget that. Don't take this out of context. When you got a guy on your team who has effortless range and can come down and shoot anywhere on the court he wants to, he has the ultimate green light, folks. He can shoot anywhere on the floor. When people say he's one of the best shooters of all time, I'm gonna sit here and probably tell you he's not, because some of the shots he take are not, to me, are not good shots. It's just a luck of the draw. He has a quick release. But you're looking at great shooters. You're looking at a Ray Allen. You're looking at Reggie Miller. You're looking at those guys who take the efficient shot. So just imagine if Ray Allen and Reggie Miller had the type of shooting chart like Ray Allen, like Steph Curry did. He could shoot anywhere on the floor without somebody complaining. But the whole ordeal is, when this team is hot, the Golden State Warriors, they won a team, it's hard to beat them. They had a legitimate 4 superstars. Every other team either had 2 or 3, or if not 3, they probably just have 1. So it's hard to beat a team like that, because this team, they like a gnat or a fly at a barbecue. It's going to keep coming back for more and more and more and more until you put them away. As that third quarter, as the Rockets picked up the second quarter, they picked up the intensity on the defensive end too. I'm looking at where Eric Gordon, I'm looking at Gerald Green come off the bench hitting a key 3, his only 3-point scored in the game. You're looking at what his team is going to make their move. Chris Paul being the bully that he was or the pit bull that he is on the floor, and they was being more assertive, they was more talkative. Even James Harden even stepped up to play some defense last night. And then, I'd be shocked when I see people like a James Harden or Steph Curry try defense just a little bit. Defense is not just like offense. Everybody want to score offense, but defense is more of a wheel. Are you willing to play defense? Are you willing to sacrifice to get back on defense and keep this other guy or your other opponent from scoring? Defense is within. You gotta have it. If you don't have it, you don't. You're not gonna get no playing time. Simple as that. As you go through the second quarter, the third quarter, so as the Rockets only scored 17 points, got held to 17 points in the third quarter, the Warriors come back and blitz again with 34 points. And Steph Curry's the main topic of the schedule because this guy was shooting lights out, man. He owns the third quarter. 7 straight points again in the third quarter, trying to put the damper on the Rockets season because the Rockets don't want to go down 3-1. Chris Paul been down 3-1. He says no fun. Even the Warriors been down 3-1 before too. They know how that feel too as well. But that fourth quarter came. The dunk set to that dunk that James Harden had on Draymond Green early in the game. I thought that was a momentum changer. Just because James Harden won the more. And before, let's talk about James Harden. That dunk was phenomenal. But the shot he passed up, wide open, on the fast break, a 3-point shot, he passed the ball to P.J. Tucker, they get no points out of that. Normally, this is your MVP. Normally, when your MVP's that wide open, he's either going to the hole or he's shooting a 3. And this is James Harden. This is the guy who leads the league and drawing fouls on the other opponent. You tell me he can't dribble the ball to the cup and get the euro and cause a foul or made a defender in the middle collapse on him and get P.J. Tucker to easy layup? That was a terrible fast break right there. Mike D'Antoni, once they couldn't score, he should have called a timeout. He should have got in James Harden behind. There's no way that you mess up a 2-on-1 fast break. That's unheard of. That's definitely unheard of. Unheard of. Eric Gordon played phenomenal. Like I said, Rockets in the fourth quarter turned it up, hitting threes. They played defense. It's the will to sacrifice to win a game. And the series is tied up 2-2 going back to Houston. I know y'all heard me the other day saying I picked the Warriors to win in 5, but before the season even started, because I was going based on what I seen or the effort given out there playing. You gotta go 9 times out of 10. Now it's like I gotta flip flop back and forth. And I hate doing that. But if you go back to watch my playoff video before it was starting, I picked who was gonna come out the West and the East. I told you the Cavaliers is coming out the East, and I also had the Houston Rockets. And most people might say, yeah, he lying, but you can go look at it. Hey, I got it all on film. Can't lie about that. I had the Rockets coming out. I got the Rockets in 6. Stick to this one. I'm not changing it. I got the Rockets in 6. Got the Cavaliers in 6. And the NBA Finals will begin May 31st. As we break down some of this scoring, Kevin Durant, 27 points and 12 rebounds. Speaking of Kevin Durant, played lights out. But in that fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, it was almost like probably about 2 or 3 seconds. I would say about 1-2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He had a wide open shot. A wide open shot. He didn't take the shot. He passed the ball to Steph Curry. And people kills LeBron James on this. Why he didn't take the shot? Oh, he's supposed to be the best player in the world. Best player in the world make best player in the world decisions. Before TVs jump on, oh, Kevin Durant should have shot it. If he knew Steph was hot from the third all the way down to the fourth quarter, well, I'm going to take this shot, and I got somebody who can shoot the ball at a better clip than I do. I'm going to go with the person who can hit the threes anywhere in our gym. This is a guy who can shoot threes out of a tunnel. Steph Curry, he missed the game-winning shot. As you know, this is a make-or-miss league, and they lost 35-92. And I'm looking at Draymond Green, 8 assists, 13 rebounds, 11 points. Normally when Draymond Green put them type of numbers, that normally comes a win. Like I said, when the Golden State Warriors have a 15-point lead going into a fourth quarter, 51% of the time, this team when they are no when this team has a 15-point lead. I'm sorry, when this team has a 15-point lead, 99% of the time, this team win the series, and they are 51-0 too when they have a 15-point lead going into the fourth quarter. So you do the math on that one. What I thought of this game from the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors, Swaggy P and Kevon Looney were a defensive reliability. If you notice, Chris Paul was just attacking Swaggy P. Swaggy P don't play no defense. He don't need move his feet. He plays defense in the up position. He don't play defense in the squat position. He's playing defense like this. Up. This is why he ride the bench. And he's another streaky shooter. Chris Paul was going through him. James Harden took his turn on him. Eric Gordon was taking jabs at him. Swaggy P is not a defender. As you've seen, no Andre Iguodala. This is a different Warriors team. Yes, they still got the big four, but you still need they still have two defensive anchors in there, and and they gave up length. Swaggy P's not gonna play defense. Period. He want to shoot threes, and they want to taunt all day. And that's what killed me about the Warriors. They taunt all day, but as soon as it happens to them, they don't like it. Steph want to shimmy. Draymond Green want to yell in people's ears. Kevin Durant became a bully. The new kid on the block became a bully. It's like Kevin Durant went to a new school and traded his image in for a new image. This is what I'm seeing from the Golden State Warriors. When they're on the other end, when people taunting them, they don't like it. They don't like it. You heard what the Houston Rockets said. We want the Warriors. So you got the Warriors. You tied up 2-2. You going back home. Can the Rockets deliver at home? If the Rockets deliver at home, because like they said, the series don't start until somebody went on somebody else's court, but that already happened already. But this series right here, who will win this pivotal game 5, pretty much gonna win this series. If the Rockets come out and think what I think they're gonna do in game 5, if they don't come out, I don't want them to start their first quarter like this. I need them to come out and start their first quarter like they did in game 2. Gotta be ready for the Warriors. The Warriors will be ready. Andre Iguodala didn't play last night. He was doubtful with knee soreness. So will he come back in that game 5 with the knee soreness? The Rockets have to attack, find some way to get Clint Capella in the game early. You got to get him involved early. If you get him involved early like you did game 2, the Rockets will win this game. I'm going to pick the Houston Rockets to win game 5 at home on their floor. This is what they do. I'm looking at Klay Thompson, another sporadic night, 4 for 13 with 10 points. He played defense, but his shots wasn't falling. He was 2 for 5 from the three-point line as well, but collectively, he was 4 for 13. Jordan Bell had 5 rebounds and 6 points. Steph Curry, 6 for 13, shooting lights out again, 28 points. This guy is cooking, man. They call him Chef Curry. But he couldn't chef up that win towards the end of the game. He missed the game-winning shot. The key thing, too, how the Warriors lost, I circled it. They had 16 turnovers. You cannot have that many turnovers in a playoff game if you want to win. 16 turnovers is cutting it. And the Rockets had 10. So both teams need to take care of the basketball if they want to win games. As I key in on this game, Trevor Ariza hit a big 3 late in the fourth quarter to give him 9 points and 3 rebounds. And people forget that Trevor Ariza did win a championship with the Lakers back in the day, or about 7-8 years ago with Kobe Bryant on that back-to-back rings for Kobe. Trevor Ariza made championship plays. Finally, he showed up and finally hit a point that means something. Even though it's not a lot, it's the effort. Clint Capella had 8 points and 13 rebounds. Get him to really put this game away, like I said about Clint Capella, if he can go out there and get you about 12 or 13 to go along with them 13 rebounds, the Rockets can do some damage, man. I haven't seen no Nene late in this series either. I'm looking to see more Joe Johnson at home. Maybe they could throw Joe Johnson there just a tad bit because he can post, he can shoot the 3, and he can create his own offense. So I want to see a little bit more Joe Johnson in this lineup for the Houston Rockets to get little things going too. I got to switch up every now and then too to give a team a different look. Last time you only see Joe Johnson in the garbage time minutes. Now since he got older, and within the league now. James Harden and Chris Paul did what they supposed to do. James Harden chipped in 30 points to go along with 3 steals and 3 blocks. He was 3 from 12. Man, that's ugly from the 3-point line. That's ugly. Never seen James Harden have an off shooting like that. CP3, 27 points, 4 assists. He was 5 for 9 from the 3-point line. With this game where as they went on on the Warriors floor, do I feel like James Harden probably secured the MVP? It's a possibility they gonna give it to him, but you can't argue what 23 is doing over there in Cleveland. As CP3 came in the fourth quarter, man, he played with he just played different. He had the fight in him. He won a championship badly. To go this long in your career and not make it to the Western Conference Finals, and you always make the Western Conference Finals late in your year. This time around this year, this time is precious to a lot of these players because you never know if you're going to get back there again to this championship caliber type form. Eric Gordon. So we know James Harden and CP3. We know they're gonna do what they do. They're the stars. But let's give these two guys some love right here. Eric Gordon, who I thought played very, very aggressive and with a high level, being more attacking the basket, not scared taking the shots. This is the Eric Gordon that we seen in the past years who won the Sixth Man of the Year award. He was that sixth man that they needed last night. He showed up and he showed out. And that's what you want from one of your bench players. Who's going to make that move? Because right now to come off the bench for the Warriors is nobody. Nobody off the bench had double figures. Nobody. Not a soul. But you got Eric Gordon, 14 points, and the dunk, the and one dunk at that. Because he got here on his head. I'm gonna speak something else about before we get in. Give another person some praise. I gotta talk about him all the time. I talk about his outfits. He got the most flamboyant outfits. And he got all the kicks in the game. PJ Tucker. 4 points, 16 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. The reason I circle his 16 rebounds and his 2 steals and his block because the blocks and steals mean you was playing defense. Like I said, you gotta have a will and a want to play defense. And the 16 rebounds is coming either from on the offensive end or defensive end. You're taking boards off the point, you putting boards back on the point if you grabbing offensive rebounds for your teammates, giving your team a second chance to fight and live another day on the offensive end. Then you getting points on then you getting rebounds on the defensive end, not giving a team a second chance to get their offensive rebounds, which he played great. Now these two guys finally did something good for them. You had Trevor Reason hit the key 3 late in the fourth quarter. Then you had PJ Tucker who played lights out on the glass end. This is the PJ Tucker that you need to see every night. The aggressive PJ Tucker that we seen when he's playing for the Toronto Raptors and the other stops he's been in with the Phoenix Suns. This is the PJ Tucker that you want to see. Aggressive. When he playing aggressive like that and Trevor Reason is playing like that, this team is hard to beat, folks. Quite. That's gonna be simple as that. This team is hard to beat, especially when they all rolling. And looking at what I seen in the fourth quarter, referees tried to cheat the game away for the for the Golden State Warriors, calling that the game was over, the whistle was blown. They go back to the monitor and try to look for a foul to put somebody in the free throw line to shoot free throws. Now just for instance, they missed both free throws and Steph Curry throw up a 60-footer to send the game to overtime. Hey referees, when you blow them whistles, the last thing I heard, when you blow them whistles, there's no going back. The game is dead. That's what the whistle stand for. When you blow the whistle, the game is dead. Or like in football, they blow the whistle, game ball is dead. Hey, this is dead ball. And basketball, the same thing. Inverted whistle, dead ball. You cannot do that. Referees, shame on you. You get shacked in the fool just like Draymond Green get shacked in the fool for missing that dunk. So guess what? Warriors. Where you guys at? What you gonna do game 5? I got the Rockets winning game 5. Like I said, I'm sticking to the script of this one. I got the Rockets in 6. And people probably saying, Rockets in 6? You think they can win another game in the Oracle? What Kevin Garnett said when he won a championship. Anything is possible. You gotta have the want and the will to play defense. Key. Play defense and no slow, sluggish starts. Finish the game. You gotta play the Golden State Warriors, like I said, the full 48 minutes. Not no 48 minutes and 17 seconds. The full 48 minutes. Y'all know who I am. Tay was a poor and live and direct from the Man Cave. Peace.